Hello guys, in this tutorial I'm going to solve the question number 10, paper 1-1, November 2022. The curve with equation y equals 2x squared plus 1, this is the upper curve, and y equals half x squared minus x plus 1, the lower curve, intersect at point A, 0 and 1, and point B, 4 and 5. If A and B are not given, how to find A and B? By using solving simultaneous equation. Asked to find the area between the region. To get the area of this region, you can find the area under the curve and the x-axis of the upper one, area of the curve and the x-axis of the lower one, then subtract. Area under the curve and the x-axis is integrate y by dx. So we have two curves, y1 and y2. The upper one minus the lower one to get your answer positive. And the limits of integration from 0 to 4, both are same. So the first part, you can get the area, integrate from a to b from 0 to 4, the upper function, which is 2x power of half plus 1, all by dx. Find your answer, minus integrate from 0 to 4, the lower curve, which is half x squared minus x plus 1. Then start integrate. You can check your answer by using the calculator by the end. The first part, integration, by adding 1 divided by your power, 3 over 2 divided by 3 over 2. Plus integrate of 1 is x. The limits from 0 to 4. Minus integrate half, add 1, 3 divided by your power, 3. Add 1, 2 divided by your power, 2 plus 1x, it's integrate from 0 to 4. Substitute by 4 minus substitute by 0, or you can simplify, it's a 2 divided by 3 over 2 will be multiplied 2 over 3, so will be 4 over 3 x to the power of 3 over 2 plus x. This part from 0 to 4. Then minus half divided by 3 is 1 over 6 x to the power of 3 plus or minus 1 minus half x squared plus x from 0 to 4. Then start to substitute by 4 over 3 multiplied by 4 all to the power of 3 over 2 plus 4 minus substitute by 0 will be 0. This is the first part. Minus substitute by 4, 1 over 6, 4 to the power of 3 minus half 4 to the power of 2 plus 4. Then substitute by 0, you will get your answer 0. Simplify your answer, it's 4 over 3 multiplied by square root of 4 is 2, 2 power of 3 is 8 plus 4 minus 1 over 6, 1 over 6, 4 by 4 by 4 is 64 minus half of 4, 4 squared 16, half of it will be 8 plus 4. Then try to calculate. Your answer finally will be 4 over 3 multiplied by 8, then plus 4, then minus 64 over x, 64 divided by 6, minus 8 and 4 minus 4. So the final answer will be 8. After finishing all your answer, you can use your calculator directly for this integration, integrate the function started from 2, then x to the power of half plus 1 plus 1 from 0 to 4. The first integration by using the calculator, maybe sometimes take time, so leave it and continue to complete the question, then back again to your calculator. Find the first part, find the second part, then subtract and simplify. If you got it 8, so you are right. If it is not, try to revise. Maybe you have calculation wrong. Set the first part or try to get your answer exact. Second part, the acute angle between two tangents. How to get the angle between two tangents? Find the angle between the tangent and the x-axis. In general, how to get the angle between tangent and the x-axis, or a line and the x-axis? It's a shift tan for the gradient, because the gradient is same as tan opposite over adjacent. So to find the angle between line and the x-axis, angle between line and x-axis. The angle between the line and the x-axis is shift tan for its gradient. But in case if we have two lines, to get the angle in between, shift tan gradient 1 minus shift tan gradient 2 to get the angle between two lines or two tangents. Let's start now to find the gradient of first, the gradient of second, the angle between the line and x-axis, the angle between the line and y-axis, x-axis, then subtract. Or you can apply this equation directly. How to find the gradient? By using a differentiation. But we have two functions. Let's start to write each. Let's say this is y1, integrate, differentiate, and this is y2, also differentiate. The first function, 2x to the power of half plus 1, 2x power of half plus 1. Start to get dy by dx. Drop the power, 2 times half is 1. X, we subtract 1. Drop the power, the minus 1. Half minus 1 is negative half. Plus differentiation of 1 is 0. Then find the gradient m1, substitute by the point. Ask to get the gradient at the intersection, so x is equal to 4. Substitute by 4, 4 to the power of negative half plus 0. So the first gradient is 1 over 2. By the same way, for the second equation, have x squared minus x, have x squared minus x, have x squared minus x plus 1, find dy by dx, drop the power, the minus 1 will be x, minus differentiation of x is 1, differentiation of 1 is 0, x is equal to 4, so dy by dx is equal to, substitute by 4 will be 4. After finding the gradient of the first one and the gradient of the second one, sorry, I have here the first derivative, 2x to the power of half, 2x to the power of half plus 1. Drop the power, will be half into 1, minus 1 will be negative half. Differentiation of 1 is equal to 0. Substitute by 4, it's okay. Now to find the angle in between, find the gradient 1 and the gradient 2. So shift the tan for the first gradient, let's say 4 minus shift tan second gradient, which is 1/2, and use your calculator to find the final answer. Sorry, this is -1, so the gradient of this part will be 3. Gradient will be 3. Now, if we use your calculator to get each angle separately, then subtract or from one step. So shift tan 3 is equal 71.565. Shift tan 1/2 is equal 26.56. If you use your calculator for one step, shift tan 3 minus shift tan half. So the final answer exactly will be 45 degrees. I will show again if there is an angle between two lines. To get this angle, just find shift tan for the first gradient minus shift tan for the second gradient. In general, to get the angle between two lines, you can apply this equation. Tan minus 1 for m1 minus m2 over 1 plus m1 m2. You will get your answer same. Thank you.